We are at 6:15 with the state of Louisiana facing another billion-dollar budget deficit. It's no wonder lawmakers are starting their fifth special session in just over 2 years. They start this afternoon. Louisiana has been dealing with a long-term issue of taxing and spending structure. Joining us now on the phone is Senate President John Alario. Senator, thank you for joining us this morning. First of all, this just keeps happening every year over and over again. And it's not just the past couple of years we're talking about. This has been going on for years.
It has been going on for quite some time, Eric. We thought we had it straightened out at one time when we passed the Stelly plan. That worked for a while. Then somewhere along the line it got repealed and pulled back, and that hurt us a great deal. And
you know, oil prices are up right now, and that does help the budget somewhat. It's just not enough, I assume, this year.
Well, no, at one time when oil was up to $100 a barrel, it's hovering right around the $60 a place. Now, every dollar oil goes up helps us about $10 million, but that's not where the big money is. The big money is when people go back to work and we collect sales tax and income tax from those employees.
And what is the biggest problem in your eyes right now? Because, you know, we're talking about either extending some taxes that are set to expire or affecting programs like TOPS, things like that.
Well, I think we've got to decide on what's a permanent revenue source and put that in place and go on from there. TOPS needs to be funded. Children need to know when they start their semester in September again that it's there funded for them, and they can make those plans, and families can make their plans for us. I think it's one of the top priorities the legislature wants to address.
Right now, do you see a consensus among Democrats and Republicans to get something done and get it done fast? Because just being in special session costs the state money.
Well, in a typical democracy, we have people pulling both ways, and Republicans want to go one way, Democrats have to go the other. Somewhere along the line, if you let democracy work, a compromise will come about. If reasonable people sit down and do their jobs, I think we can get this resolved.
Right now, where are the biggest problems that you see in getting the two sides together?
Well, Republicans don't want to see any of the income tax raised. Democrats don't want to see any of the sales tax renewed. So in between there, we've got to find some happy ground to make that work.
And when we talk about possibly raising income tax, how much are we talking about? And the sales tax that's already in place, you all just want to extend that, right?
Well, the sales tax is now 1 cent. I believe there's a consensus to lower that. We're going to get a benefit from the fact that the federal tax has come down. It just so happens that a quarter of sales tax would replace that same amount of the income tax going up. So at least it has to come down that amount so that the people will benefit from that federal tax break. But I think there's a consensus brewing to put it even much lower. So we'll have to find some way in between to make all of that work.
You know, and for years in this state, because it's constitutionally mandated, you guys can only cut higher education and health care, and that seems to have been a problem for a long time.
It is a problem, and those are two very important areas. If we don't have education in our state, we certainly don't have much future. That's very important. We've got a disproportionate number of poor people who rely on health care in this state, and it's very important that we continue to try to find some ways to accommodate that.
And have you guys been, and I don't know how the state is collecting sales tax, but do you think you're collecting all the sales tax and income tax that is due to the state government?
Well, I think there's a big effort trying to make sure that does happen. There's a new effort now for internet sales being reported, and I think you'll see some bump in that case. And I think that's hurt our state for some time now, too.
Do you think there'll be any more cuts to TOPS?
I hope there isn't any more cuts. I hope we can bring it back to the level it's been. I think that's going to be a big effort and a big incentive for people to do the right thing.
Hope is one thing. Do you think it'll happen?
Well, I've got a great deal of hope. Eric, I guess when I get out of politics, I'll run to be president of the Optimist Club.
All right, Senator John Alario, thank you very much, and good luck in your special session.
Thank you, Aaron.